Yeah.
And then put some spider webs on it. It's strange.
Oh, we also need the Christmas lights. Don't forget about those.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Har Har Podcast.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
I wasn't told.
There's no way you didn't hear me counting down.
Wow, what a fucking asshole.
No.
You'll be hearing about this at my contract negotiation.
What contract negotiation?
Well, that's the part of the negotiation. He's trying to negotiate a contract.
Like, if I'm going to continually be fed shit, I'm at least going to.
Okay, listen here.
What?
Before we get into this, hi everyone, I'm your host DorkyDev. Today I'm joined by SoyTortuga, Special Guest Ghostytech, and the picture of Blue Flare until he arrives. It's the logo of Blue Flare. I could probably actually find a picture of you and use it, but that's a lot of work.
We're good. You don't need mug up there.
When have we ever been about hot production value?
I mean, occasionally I pull up the pictures, but he's got to arrive eventually, which means I'd have to get rid of the picture after a certain point. And
yeah, but then it would be funny.
I mean, you bring up a very valid point.
Yep. So now you're gonna bend to my will and do it anyway. Awesome. Good talk.
He's gonna have to take it off here in like 3 seconds.
It's okay. Make him do the work, and then.
That's if I could do it in the time it takes him to do this.
No, Blue. Just wait.
Just like sit on your computer, like ready to go.
Yeah, just like wait. We'll give you the signal, and then we'll take care of it.
Count me down in a really low tone, though. Okay, so I can just log in whenever.
Okay.
Oh, that's gotta be the image. It's the only image I could use.
So I'm just sitting here waiting because Dev wasn't prepared.
Oh, shove off.
You forgot how to talk to. It's a good job.
Shut up.
I'm pretty sure my Twitter picture isn't my logo.
No, it's not, but I found something else. It's better.
I'm waiting.
He put a picture of a donkey up there, didn't he? Damn it, Dev.
It's that picture. Oh god, that picture. Oh god.
Oh god. Man, I'm super nervous now.
It's perfect. Okay, Blue, you don't need to log in anymore.
We have now joined from phone call, Blue Flare. Blue, what do you think?
You seemed a little shocked about everything right now.
Poor guy.
Guys, the look on his face says it all.
I don't remember what that picture's from.
I don't either.
It's too good.
What's gonna be funny is when he leaves the call, we're all gonna get jumbled up for a second, and then realign.
Oh yeah.
So, funny story from yesterday.
Uh-oh.
I learned that I should not be chewing gum.
What, I'm walking at the same time? Or?
No. Just chewing gum in general. Because I was just chilling in Discord, talking, chewing gum, hanging out with our friend KJ. And all of a sudden, I just bite. I bite down. I bite the fuck out of my tongue. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I just had a fucking aneurysm. And like, because my tongue went numb after I bit, I was like, oh God, I just bit off my tongue. I'm like, oh God. And I looked in the mirror and like blood is just like pooling from my tongue. I'm like, oh my God, I bit a fucking hole in my fucking tongue like a fucking dumbass. So now I have to be careful with gum. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that. I've bitten into my teeth pretty bad.
Like, I've never bit my own tongue hard enough to make it bleed. Like, I've bit my tongue a lot because I just don't understand anymore. First thing I did was tell my girlfriend, and her immediate response was like, "Good job, you fucking dumbass." Like, thanks, babe. I really needed you in this time, to reassure me that I'm not a fucking idiot. Thank you. She's like, "You're dating the wrong fucking person for that one, boyo."
Yeah, no, I've bitten my cheek a few times to where it bleeds, but never have I bitten my tongue to where it bleeds, as far as I know.
It's not a fun feeling.
I can't imagine. I think most times for me, if it ever happens, though, I think it's just I tend to inhale food. So.
Yeah, you do. Like, for some reason, you're too used to eating on stream, so you're like very self-conscious. Like, I need to eat this burger in like 3 seconds.
No, I've always eaten like that, though. It's the problem.
That's public schools do that to you, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, you got a 30-minute lunch break, a 20-minute lunch line, and then you gotta at least throw your shit away. So you got like 8 minutes.
And you want to play outside, so.
Right.
Good luck. Find time. Well, in high school, it's mostly like. In high school, for me, it was a little bit more lax because it was like the lines were a lot faster because there was more lines.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
it was
entire
high school.
time, you didn't want to do any other shit. You just wanted to sit there the entire time. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Nothing else going on. Just eating.
My senior year, I basically didn't do anything at all, so that was fun. I co-opted and then so I could eat for 1 or 2. That was.
My senior year was 3 band classes and a couple makeup courses.
Wow, nerd.
I know.
I had English 4 because apparently I couldn't take that as a. Then I already had my math classes, but I took calc, which turned out to be a thing because our teacher wanted to teach calc. She just wanted to complain about the other classes. Then like a philosophy class. And...
You cut out there for a second. I don't know why. You're suddenly
sorry.
you're good. Was that last
My
one after
senior year.
the philosophy?
Oh, I just didn't do anything the rest of the day. That was it. I was basically an employee of the school. I worked in IT.
Yeah. My senior year, I took the library aid class because
Yeah.
it was like an hour of just nothing
Mhm.
except dealing with their most crotchety old woman known to man.
I have a funny
And-
story to go off of with that.
The first half of my day was spent at the vocational school doing grafting.
Say drafting?
Yeah.
Like actual, like computer-aided drafting, or like the old
No,
school? Like,
old school, big ass easel and
Yes.
rulers and shit. Oh god, love it.
yeah.
It was great.
What about you, Blue? Would you
Oh.
take your senior year? I think Blue is in transition to getting to his computer.
Okay.
I have a
He
funny
also I have another like less funny story, but very relevant to the whole library thing.
I have one too about a friend.
Mine involves a library person, so I should go first because we're going from. I'm just gonna go back to talking. Basically, we had I think we had like 6 valedictorians. I was one of them because I was an underachiever and just got like a
I have
3.5.
6 valedictorians. Isn't that the fucking point?
I don't know, but like
talk about talk about everyone gets a trophy generation. Jesus Christ, 6 valedictorians.
I mean, they all got 4.0s, and that's as high as.
Then
our
you start
system
using
went.
weighted GPAs and say fuck the people that took the regular English class.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir, dude, because like there was someone who went to like actual college for the last 2
Yeah.
years of high school, and I'm like, yeah, he's the valedictorian. You
That
can't
guy.
tell me anyone. But the thing is like only 3 of them got to walk at graduation because the librarian in our school got on some sort of fucking PCP and was like, yeah, they owe money to the library, so they're not walking to graduation. And like every parent ever was like, what?
That almost
Yeah,
happened to
what?
me.
And like the school was like, yeah, okay, totally, sounds good. And so 3 people didn't get to walk because I think one of them owed 10 cents on a late fee that she didn't tell anyone about.
Was there like no like no knowledge like beforehand? Like they not say anything like before graduation, or did they just say at graduation?
They said on the second to last day of school that you needed to get your library fines sorted out, but the second to last day of school was senior skip day.
Oh, see, our school always had senior skip day a month in advance just to be safe. I almost didn't walk though because of the same reason. I didn't know about a book until the day of walking, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, you have a $10 fee for a book." I'm like, "Excuse me? What?" No, my library story involves my friend who was in the role you had, librarian aide, and during one of his days, I was a sophomore at this time, and he came into band class, and he's like, "So you won't believe what happened today in library." I'm like, "What's that?" Couple of teenagers, you know, in the back. We have a small library in our high school too. It's like one like square room with like.
Okay, I'm gonna take bets real quick. 2 people were found fucking in the library.
Yes.
Just based off like, okay, I win.
They were having sexual intercourse in the school library.
It's like kids will have sex anywhere.
Yeah,
Damn.
40 little bastards.
Yeah.
But it was just, as soon as you said that, that's the story that came right back to my mind. I was like, oh yeah, that happened.
Okay. Dev, I'm gonna be real I'm gonna be real honest with you. Your stories suck.
Your story wasn't much better.
I mean, 3 people didn't get to walk in high school graduation, and I literally got to watch them cry. It was kind of great. Because, like, they were, like, the last day of school was graduation practice, and all the fines had to be paid, like, before that day, or you didn't get to walk. So she just walked her happy ass into the gymnasium and was like, pulling people from the graduation practice, like, "You're not graduating anymore." People like lost their shit, like, "I'm not graduating," and then everyone had to explain, like, "No, you're graduating. You're getting your diploma. Like, you're good. You're just not walking." And then they're like, "How do I got what?"
At that point, they should have been able to pay the fines. That's just the librarian bitch.
Oh yeah,
Or the school letting her be a bitch too, for that matter.
I think it was because of a policy that they didn't change or something.
Well, I mean, I understand the policy.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch about it.
Oh yeah, she wasn't the librarian the next year. They were like, yeah, lady, go home. You're fucking insane.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, for some students, like, they're the first to get their diplomas. They're the first to walk. Like, could you imagine? Like, you're gonna be the first of your family to walk, and suddenly the librarian's like, "You have a book fine!"
No, 15 cents.
Hold on, I just want to like call attention to the fact that where you're from, walking in your high school graduation is something you could possibly be doing first in your generation.
I lived in Arizona. There's a lot of families who immigrate.
Kentucky's the same way.
That just blows my mind. That's just sad.
Well, it's not that. It's also there's just systemically certain families come from different places where that isn't exactly needed to survive. Like a lot of the town I lived in was a town of just fucking dumb shit, and
It sounds like where I went to high school.
hey, and there's people whose families just never graduated high school, so. They got labor jobs and they're doing they're doing all right for themselves, but like.
Okay, so now you're starting to differ from my town.
Hey, I'm not saying everyone's like that. I'm saying certain families are like that. Like,
well, there's just no labor jobs in the town. So.
Oh, all right, that's rough.
Just the whole part about doing good. That's
it. It's the whole town is like 3 traffic lights, like 4,000 people or something like that. My graduating class was 68 people.
Fuck.
I want to know how the fuck that, like, my hometown was like 3 traffic lights 4,000 people, but we somehow managed to get like 660 people, like 260 people, not 600. Holy fuck.
Did yours?
My graduating class was 600.
I think mine
Yeah,
was
but-
80.
How
No,
big
it
was
was
your
probably
hometown?
never mind. It was probably about 300 now.
I have no idea because I live in Denver.
Okay, so the fact that you had 600 people in your graduating class, a little bit more understandable. So I for one come from the meth capital of America.
Hey,
Well,
I
Florida?
lived in the meth capital of America.
London?
I don't think this is something you should be fighting over.
I mean, I don't live there anymore.
I am so proud of my hometown where
I
I,
never said
graduated
I
high
was
school
proud.
from.
I said no thing about me.
I've just been asked by a truck driver for, when I worked at the truck wash about meth, and the guy being like, "This is meth capital of the world." So,
Okay.
You know, that's self-proclaimed. That at least means something.
Yeah.
Is it on the sign when you drive into the town?
it should be.
No, but we had for the longest time a sign that said home of the largest subway in the world.
Oh,
I'm like,
Like,
here.
Like, hold on. The mass transit or the restaurant?
restaurant. And it was due to a loophole because they also counted the offices upstairs because that's where the offices for the managers was. And I'm like, yeah, it's real shitty. And then someone else took it, but we still have the sign. So false advertising for the win.
Facts are optional.
Yeah.
This is a post-Trump era, man. You don't have to have facts.
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 That's cute.
Did somebody say Fox?
What's the difference?
Oh.
No, like for our town, we didn't have anything like that. We just, it was, in high school, it was a constant occurrence for us to look over into one of the little, not necessarily suburbs, but like it had its own name, parts of town, and just seeing a fire, be
Bro.
like, hey, another meth lab went up. So,
The joke was always that you could like walk through town with a pill bottle with like 2 pills in it and start shaking it. Like you'd get attacked by like 5 people for your drugs. Like instantaneously. Like they would like crawl out of the rafters of the fucking Dollar General and just pounce on you.
well, in my town.
Like it was
It's just hitting home, man. It's just hitting home.
Well, the thing is, like, it was before like there was a Dollar General every like quarter mile, and
Oh
like,
no, I know.
oh man,
Like
like
this Dollar General has been the primary source of shopping outside of the local little grocery store for like the last 60 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like some company just decided, hey, we need like 8 more Dollar Generals like circling this town that will never have customers, but we need them to be there just in case. Just in case.
You gotta employ people, man.
Exactly. It's.
You gotta get
I'm not
terrible
against it.
employees somewhere to work if they're not, you know.
And
Yeah.
then they spend their money in the store.
I just
They don't
want
even-
to.
They don't even pay them real money. It's like prison money, or like the mining companies just give them money for the mining store. They give them like
Stacy,
$1
Stacy, your shift is over. You can go get $20 worth of food and go the fuck home. Okay, well, $20? Shit, that's a lot more than I figured I'd get.
Your shift is
Joke's
up
on hers.
$5.
Ooh.
Jokes on her, she doesn't know how to drink the entire gallon of chocolate milk earlier.
Dude. Oh.
Whew.
No, I don't miss where I lived at all. So
I mean, I miss Lexington.
that's fair.
Hey man,
It is what it is.
there's a Toyota down here. Saying.
I know.
What you
That's
doing?
where my home office is. I just don't work there. Oh no, that was the funniest like realization I had at work. I'm like, wait a second, I'm not Team MI. Like I'm technically
Hey.
Tima.
You're K.
Like yeah, like I'm like, So at any time, I could literally be called like, "Hey yo, we need you to come to Georgetown, son. come home." Like, oh my god, it's been 83 years.
You just wait for any opportunity to make that joke, don't you?
I love that joke. It's so bad,
Isn't
but
it
it's so
84
good.
technically in the movie?
No, it's not.
Swore it is.
Yeah, but in Kentucky,
It has been 84 years.
See?
Everything's a year behind in Kentucky, though. So wait,
You gotta keep in mind, I'm from a place where like we're already like 3 years behind. So
You have a different version of the Titanic where it's been a year less.
They use dog years.
yeah.
I think Mark Twain said if the world ever comes to an end, he wants in Kentucky. They're always 5 years.
Yep. And plus, we have KFC here.
We
We're the motherland.
But you know what? Really, like it's like the worst chicken though. Like you're like, it's so terrible.
I can't
so
stand
bad.
it anymore.
I always get really bad stomach aches after eating KFC.
Like I had
I don't know
KFC
about
tonight.
you.
That's the first time I've had KFC in like a year.
I haven't had KFC since they got rid of their chicken and waffles. I'm
Like-
scared to go
They
back
brought
again.
it back. They brought it
I know.
back.
I'm scared to go back.
I can
Like
do
that-
the Taco Bell side of KFC. I can't do the the KFC side of KFC.
The worst part of KF Taco though is that like the it's the fucking Taco Bell that closes at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, they lose out on all the business of a normal Taco Bell.
Like Taco Bell prime time business is 11:30.
I know. Oh god.
Like-
You haven't lived until you've like rolled up on a Taco Bell at 3 a.m. and every
And they're-
stoned motherfucker is
The
there.
line's backed around the
Slammed.
parking lot.
And you hear like random frat boys say, just order a goddamn taco, bro.
See, you also you have those people, and then you have people like me and my friends who would be getting off of work at that time too, going to line, being like,
Who
"Yo,
the
all right,
fuck's the Taco Bell?
all right, guys, we gotta go get some food, man. We're hungry as fuck. There's nowhere. It's this or Carl's Jr. or In-N-Out, and no one wants In-N-Out for price reasons. All right, Taco Bell, let's go, dude."
It is a different dimension. It's like the thing is like Moorhead at a normal time and Moorhead 3 a.m. outside the Taco Bell.
It's insane.
It's insanely different.
Not to mention everyone in the Taco Bell is also high as fuck.
Oh yeah, I know. I used to
So
live with half
like
of them.
everybody's just stoned.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I used to live with like 4 of the managers, which is the best thing ever because I don't have to go through that. I just got to stay up another 3 hours and I get my tacos at 4 a.m. and I'm like,
When your morning is hell, just go to Taco Bell.
yeah.
Well, I love it too when you know someone's like working a late shift and they're obviously out like, hold on.
Hello, bro. What do you want, man?
Oh no. I had a friend.
Help you, dude.
I had a friend who every single he would always drive through for us at Taco Bell because we were just out of our minds. And someone in the drive-through would be like, "Welcome to Taco Bell. How are you doing today?" And then my dumbass friend with a straight face looks at this fucking like order screen and says, "I'm doing taco-rific. How are you doing?" And you can hear her soul leave her fucking body.
Taco-rific.
Yes.
Taco-rific.
And
Why have I never heard them say this before?
It was my friend ordering at the drive-thru.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
I
like,
get it now.
all I hear on the other side is a loud as fuck sigh, like, "Oh, okay, sir. What would you like?" And I'm like, "James, it is fucking 3 a.m. Her give a damn-o-meter just flew out the window at midnight. Cheech and Chong rode their happy asses through here. Like, they
It's in
don't
the
need none of your
same
taco
fucking
rific.
thing too. God damn it!
They don't need none of your taco-rific bullshit, buddy. Just give me my goddamn quesadilla and let's go the fuck home."
I went through there's a Grimes chicken.
You chalupa me crazy. You chalupa me crazy. Okay.
That hit home for somebody.
Yes, it did.
Like
you get chuckle, like cackle.
Fucking high. Oh god.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why the fuck are you laughing at it?
Because it's that dumb.
Okay, continue, Ghosty.
Anyway, I was going to this. It's a chicken place, and I just I roll up into the drive-thru. At the start, I should mention that they built the drive-thru backwards. So like you literally pull up to the window with your passenger window facing the order screen. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. And but so I just pull up to it and I just hear, "Hey man, what's good?" I'm good. Hey,
I was gonna ask you, actually, sir.
Yeah. How's your day going? And, but so I asked for something, they didn't have it, so I ordered something else. I get to they get a pull around of the drive-thru, and he hands me the food out. Like I'm waiting, I don't hear anything. I wait to pay, and he hands me the food out, and I just kind of look at him like, "Hey, do you need my card?" And he's like, "No, just don't worry about it."
Immediately slam into drive and just go. Like,
Sure.
Okay, buddy.
Like 18 free wings at a chicken place.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Damn, dude.
Oh.
All because that guy clearly was really stoned.
Or, yeah.
Or just didn't care about
my
his job
favorite
anymore.
thing.
Or he thought you were cute. He probably thought
Maybe.
you were
Well, he couldn't
cute.
even see me though, because like I'm in the wrong side of the car.
He saw your
He saw
overhead,
this,
he was
he
like,
saw this and saw the pier, and
This-
he's like,
yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
This guy's voice. Oh my god.
The voice, the beard, shit. Free,
This
free wings.
2015 Chevy Cruze, this guy needs free chickens. This guy.
That's good.
My number's in the bag.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting to get like a winky face or something on the receipt, but no, it was nothing. I didn't get a receipt, so I couldn't find it. You know,
didn't notice, but your wings were organized in a way. Hey there.
it's a love.
That actually happened to me one time. I'm really oblivious with any kind of signals, like anything whatsoever. So I went to Chipotle, and this girl was Chipotle.
There's an L
We
there.
got a quesadilla.
No,
There's an L.
it is Chipotle. Chipotle.
Chipotle.
No, Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Should have went to Qdoba anyway.
Okay, but no. So so my sister is the one who wanted food, so I wasn't really even paying attention. So I went there and ordered for her, and they were writing a whole bunch of stuff on the top of it and doing a whole bunch of I just wasn't paying attention. I thought they were just writing chicken on the top of it. And then I ordered my burrito, and they set it on top of it, so I have no idea anything happened. Apparently, so as soon as I get home, they had kissed the top of it with like lipstick. They had written like 4 phone numbers on there. It was just insane. And I gave it to my sister, and she's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I don't know." These
Well,
girls
you
were
just
acting
missed
really
out on
funny.
a fucking orgy.
Like 4
Pretty
phone
much.
numbers? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
what,
it was like-
your
it was
home,
like-
your business, your fax number? Like, what the fuck?
It was all the girls on the line, apparently. And I was
Jeez.
like, okay, are they? What's going on
was
here?
it just one of theirs lipstick, or was it all of theirs?
It was just one girl.
Jesus, hard ass.
That's
Say some pussy for the rest of us.
I didn't notice until I got home, okay? And it was my sister's, so I just was like, okay, they're writing weird shit all over the top of my sister's. And I'm like, I thought they were either my sister's friends or something like that, but it was just me there, so I don't know if they would even know that that I'm related to her, because we don't have the same dad.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Okay.
Damn. Like, fucking God, that reminds me of my friend. This dude, I love him. And one person in chat's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. He's my friend, the Mormon. He's a good guy. I love him to death.
Is that a sitcom?
No, but me and him
My
could
friend
make
the
a...
Mormon.
My friend the Mormon.
He's
Should be.
essentially Sheldon Cooper mixed with a Mormon. He's a very science-loving motherfucker, but also...
Still shouldn't be a sitcom. I'm not.
No, I know. He is prime sitcom material.
Fucking Mormon Sheldon. I'd watch it.
Mormon
Trust
Sheldon,
me.
yeah. CBS is already got the copyright.
They've already got it signed up. They're ready to go.
Big Bang Theory, goddammit! Make another Sheldon spinoff.
But
No,
we were
you just gotta go and watch like what is it, Kate and 8 or something like that, one of those kids, those
Oh, Kate,
TV
I have
shows
a
with
lot
all
of
the
kids show. Yeah,
There
see,
you go.
Dragon knows who
I
I'm
have a-
talking about. And she can agree, alright? So, she knows exactly what I'm
watch-
talking about.
or there's that one TV show that was of like a while back. I think it's called like Big Fish or something like that.
Never.
And it was about Mormons who still do the because some Mormons still believe in multiple wives. So it was a show
polygamy.
about having multiple.
Polygamy.
The only
Yeah.
reason to
Which
be
is,
a Mormon. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have another story to go along with that, but I'll get to that later. But this guy would literally, we'd go to do something like we'd go out bowling or we'd walk to work or something like that, and all of a sudden he swept the store one day and picked up, like, this one girl stopped him mid-sweep. And I saw it happen. Writes down her number and hands it to him, and he's like, I don't know what to do with this, because he's not, at the time he wasn't really looking for a relationship per se. So he would be like, I don't know what to do with it. Same thing happens at the fucking bowling alley, when we go out to Flagstaff. Shit like this would always happen. It'd be like, hey, here's my number, tall blonde dude. And I'm like,
Get
"Stop,
out of here.
I'm over here, whatever.
Hey,
Cool.
hey, I'll make sure he
Someone
calls.
who's actually interested in, looking for a relationship at the time.
I mean, Dev, I don't want to be that person, but you look like a fucking gremlin. So
Hey, fuck you!
I mean, was the guy like really, really tall?
No, he's like, I fucking fuck off, Blue. You fucking cunts. I hate you all so much.
I don't know where we got a gremlin from.
It's the first thing that came to his mind.
Comparison.
We're not doing a side-by-side comparison. I don't look like a fucking
I am
gremlin.
already on it.
I hate you. Fuck you.
Oh god.
Anyways, yeah, no, he'd always get fucking numbers. It blew my fucking mind because he's a person who wore a bright yellow shirt that said, "This is my awesome shirt."
So are we
I'm so
talking
awesome, I blinded.
transformed gremlin or before gremlining out?
Like, have we fed you before or after midnight?
Yeah.
Either way, that one.
That's before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't give that my number. If I'm being honest.
Come on, man, it's a Mogwai.
Nah. I'm good.
I got personally attacked.
He's got a mohawk.
So we're not allowed to feed Dev after midnight
Oh,
now.
fuck off.
Good to know.
No
I eat what
Taco
I
Bell
want.
more. No more Taco Bell trips.
Do what I want. I'm a grown adult. Fuckers. No, it's just the other story I had was actually, if you guys were aware of it, but during when Warren Jeffs was put on trial, the guy who ran one of the polygamy cities, he actually got put on trial in the town I was in growing up.
Shit.
Yeah, he was in prison, and the county jail is right next to this elementary school I went to. So we were on
that makes
lockdown while he was being transported there. Just because you don't know
That
what some
makes
people
sense.
do.
I mean, either one. Like, when you build one and you go to build the other one, no one think, like, no city planner go, that's not a great idea.
Well, the building that was the school wasn't a school originally. It was a hospital for, like, during World War II.
Okay.
They converted into a school and added more buildings on the backside.
Okay, I guess, maybe.
Like, a hospital
but
makes
still.
sense to have next to the county jail.
Yeah, but then again, it's like, when you made the decision to make it a school, did no one go, yeah, hey, hold on, little problem. Prisoners, like, right there.
Yeah. There was
Like-
this lockdown where someone had broken out of it. So
No,
the entire
it's like-
school was on lockdown.
Timmy, you will do your multiplication tables, or you will be over there. You want to go to the other side of the fence?
It was almost on the other side of the fence. Like, it was literally a stone's throw away. Like,
Oh
I've
my
never
God.
actually used that term correctly, like on purpose until now, because it was literally a stone's throw away from where I went to school.
Like, just up to the fence, like, hey man, you want to little kid, you want to go buy some drugs?
There was a
I'm gonna
street.
break
There
the
was a
butt.
street between us and the county jail, pretty much, if I remember correctly.
Hey, you want some toilet wine? Fresh batch, youngin. We need to start them young.
Hey, you think you could bring me some drugs?
I need to pass a drug test. Pee in this bag real quick.
They throw you a cup.
That just reminds me of the Workaholics episode where they're trying to.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I mean, I can't say anything about like high school placement because like my high school was like the whole school was on this like hill, so you had like this the kind of like looped around. But beside it was like there was school, there was church, and then there was a liquor store. So you kind of had just
The trifecta.
Every vice.
everything you needed, in a town of 4,000 people. If
Our
that- the
high
county.
school was next to a gun shop.
Oh, there was probably just down the street just a little bit. I'm
There
pretty
was
sure our high
two
school
gun
was a gun
stores
shop.
That
across the
shit
street
would
from our
not-
high school.
That shit would not fly in Colorado. Just saying.
What wouldn't? For what?
Two gun
Gun
stores,
gun
across
stores
the
right
street
next
from
to
the
a-
high school.
Yeah, probably a little sensitive to that subject.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I live a mile away from Columbine. I actually go to the sister school. I went to Chatfield, and it's right next to it.
probably wouldn't work with the gun store.
Actually, my brother
I'm
was part of one of the sharpshooting clubs, like for pistols, shotguns, and archery, and they would go to one of those to practice. So.
Hard pass.
Again, just explaining how that town was.
Our school, like, I don't know, like, I still think there were kids that had like their hunting rifle in the back of their truck. Still believe that, like in parking.
Nah, I had a friend get expelled for having a BB gun in his backseat.
Really?
It was hidden too. Like you were only able to see like barely the handle of it. I think I can't remember if he got suspended or expelled, but it was a long suspension or he was just expelled.
A lot of people still pack pocket knives in my school.
Yeah, see, I don't think I think those just get confiscated.
No, I mean just like openly pack pocket knives, like not
Oh,
like
yeah.
snuck a pocket knife in. I'm like they're just like hey, can you cut? Yeah, here I got a knife, and then like that was
See, that wouldn't fly at my school at all. Nope.
our school's a few years behind. And luckily, no one like stabs someone with one. So like, as soon as that happens, the pocket knives are definitely gonna have to go away.
Yeah.
That's fair. Completely. So.
Oh my god.
I just saw the stream.
Did you put it up yourself?
Who else has fucking power over this? I do!
At least you're
totally-
embracing it, man.
I totally thought Soy was the one like who was able to do something to get it up there. I was like, oh god.
It'd be great.
Problem is, he'd have to get the code from me to get into it. So.
Oh God! Speaking of someone else getting blamed for other shit, my favorite interaction with the whole Har Har thing has been like the confirmation of schedules and how I got someone in trouble because they thought Blue. Yes, they were blaming Blue for shit, and I'm like, no, it wasn't Blue, it was me. And they're like,
Blaming me for
"What?"
what? What'd I do?
It was when Steven
story
set up
time.
the schedule thing, alright? And
Yeah.
Steven, and Soy were in a call. And so we all filled it out real quick, and all of a sudden someone wrote,
Fuck you. Sideways on the fucking card. So like you literally had to tilt your head to the left and be like, fuck you! No, fuck you!
we failed it the first time. The second time, all of a sudden a profile called Sandy Flops comes on there.
Yes.
The first person I think of who would use that term is Blue. By default.
So, it wasn't even Hyper that got in trouble.
Because Hyper had no access to it, so there's no way it was
I know.
Hyper. So I was
I
like,
know.
it had to be Blue. I'm like, God damn it, fucking Blue. Got it, and everyone calls like, what? Look at his schedule sideways. God damn it, Blue. And like 30 minutes goes by, and I'm pretty sure I messaged you like, well played, Blue. Haha. And then he's like, so you know that schedule? That was me. I'm like, God fucking damn it, Soy.
And it was great because I was originally just going to sign
The reason probably why you thought it wasn't me is because I probably didn't submit it, to be honest.
No, you didn't.
No, like, the
no
thing
one
that's
else
funny
did, besides us
is,
and
like,
Liz.
I was originally just gonna put Blue on there, just to be like, wait, and I'm like, wait, Blue wouldn't like actively fill this out and then sign his name. He would put someone else's name. So I'm like,
No.
well, who should I put on here? Sandy Clams.
So I think I can't remember when the charity stream was. There was a charity stream that we did
Yep.
that
Where we raised $1,000 in like 5 minutes.
Blue wasn't there at all, and I was signed into the Jackbox thing, playing with you guys as beer bong or something like that.
God damn it, I knew it was you! I knew it! There was no one else it could be, and the entire time I'm like, Blue's in this fucking game, and I feel it's this one, but I don't know. There's no confirmation. There's no way to tell. Fuck!
No, I made it 420 Blaze It was the first one, I think.
Yep, I
And
remember
then it was
that.
like
Beer Bong
and then I was
something, I
like,
think was the other name.
Bong Central or something like that.
I knew it. There were some of the fucking jokes you made, I was like, that's his comedy. So either someone's posing as Blue, or Blue's here.
I have
secretly.
fucked Dev up so bad. Because now he has even when he's figuring shit out, he's like, it's Blue or it's Soy, because it might be Soy impersonating Blue, because or it's just Blue. What the fuck? And he's just sitting over here being an angry little potato.
Well, the problem too is, I felt like it wasn't you, but it could have been you, because we were playing Jackbox together, and you were there, but you could have easily have opened it up in a different device.
No, so
and kept
I was
playing
on
it.
vacation. And I had just had my iPad out.
Right?
No, I was just I went to go see my mom
Okay, right.
out in Florida, and then I just couldn't get on or anything because there's no computer or anything. You knocked over my light.
Oh no.
But no, I was just watching and keeping tabs on my iPad, and then I saw you were playing Jackbox. I'm like, you know what? They don't expect me to be on this whatsoever because I'm on vacation. So I just logged in, and everybody was asleep in the house because in Florida it was like 3 a.m. or something like that.
Around that time, probably, because we
like midnight.
We started playing Jackbox around like 11 to midnight my time. So that was one of our last games before I devolved into playing Fallout 76 and Overwatch to survive.
Poor child.
Oh, Fallout 76.
Whew.
See,
Hey.
we made that game
Yes,
fun for a little bit.
You guys
It's
did make me think of
people
Fun
should,
when all your shit isn't breaking.
players shouldn't be what makes the game fun.
I know, that was the problem with it. It was, all of us had it and we're like, we could play
What are we
it
gonna
again.
do? We're gonna be cops.
The problem is, by the time we finally got everything set up, no one else was playing, so there was no one else to police.
Yeah. It literally became Appalachia Reno 911. Us just fucking around, being fucking.
Because it was Captain Scar of the police department, me, Sergeant Duncan,
And then me running around in little fucking booty shorts through Point Pleasant trying to find the fucking Mothman.
fucking Frankie dying all the time, and Steven walking around because he.
Well, that's just normal. If you play a game, you know. be done.
Frankie's just gonna eat shit. Yeah,
Dude, you have no
Forrest.
idea. Fucking
The
Forrest is his.
I have literally watched this boy fall 5 feet from the air and die. I'm
I
like,
love you, Frankie. If you
is
watch
your
this.
health? Is your health that low? Is it just like
His health is
constantly at
perpetually low. We have come to the conclusion. Everyone needs
Why
to
is
fill
he-
up on medications
That's
beforehand.
that's my favorite thing when Soy says something. You should jump off a cliff. I'll immediately go and jump off of whatever the fuck he to jump off
I
of.
hated you. So bad. And we're just like, God damn it, Blue.
I
Why?
do a lot of stupid shit in Forest.
We've done some stupid shit. We have a church
We
now.
have a coaster that launches you into a lake. We need to find our son, but god damn it, this fucking sled launcher. Let's fucking go.
We have a sled launcher. We have a church. We have.
We are probably running out of time to save Timmy.
I thought you had 100
do
days.
this.
Fuck Timmy.
Just fuck Timmy.
thought you
Fuck
had-
Timmy.
I thought you had 100 days to do that.
You do.
You got a goddamn like sled launcher. Fuck Timmy.
We do. Like, I don't want to get rescued anymore. This is my
Yeah,
best
like,
life.
Like at the end of the day, like if you find Timmy, then you can't play.
It was great
on.
because the Church of Wilton started by accident because we all found the bathrobe at the same time in the same spot. We all kind of looked around each other. Wow, we look like a cult. Hello, brother. Hello, brother. And it started as a joke, and
That's
then like
what that was.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the fuck y'all were talking about the other day. It was brother.
it was because
We were doing some Hulk Hogan bullshit.
brother, and like
Brother.
after a
Listen
certain
here,
point,
brother.
the joke devolved
We're gonna
into
find
what we
Timmy,
actually
brother.
were. We became that. It went from being a joke to us being like, hello, brother. Hello, brother.
Oh, yeah, that was some creepy level shit. Figured I was missing an inside joke. At least I was hoping.
No. we created the Church of Wilton.
Which I also find that insanely like stupid and funny because like the whole idea of Wilton annoyed everyone else but Dev. It annoyed the fuck out of me because he takes it too far. He does that shit. He gets an actual like Wilton thing for just a hold while streaming. I'm like, buddy, that's a little weird. That's like $3 I wouldn't spend.
So
Hey,
if,
my
if,
chat
if,
loves Wilton.
Okay, buddy. Don't put the gun to my head. But like the whole like turning it into a cult just happened. Like it just wasn't like I feel like that's how a lot of cults actually start. Like you're just
So if
playing
we were-
around in a cave somewhere, find a bathroom, like, hey, I guess we're gonna drink the Kool-Aid now. Like
so you're saying that if we were in the Lord of the Rings, Dev would be Spiegel.
yeah, basically. Literally.
Okay, I shouldn't have said anything. No.
Man.
Down.
Spray with water bottle. Down, motherfucker.
Filthy hobbits.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that's a voice I perfected in like early high school when I finally got that like perfectly down.
Oh.
So the
Here
moment
you
you
are.
said
Be
right
that, I had it was lined up for me. I'm sorry.
There's two kinds of people in the world. People like Dev who try to imitate Smeagol and people like me who imitate literally everything, including Norbit.
That was pretty good.
No, like I literally match like the woman from Norbit to the point where people would ask me to do it just for their like back when you can make your own ringtones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when
'Cause-
ringtones were a thing.
Yeah, back when people talked on their cell phone instead of just
What?
watching porn.
Hold on. What's your ringtone right now?
Captain America theme song.
Bell chimes.
Yeah, I think that was. See, mine's like whatever came on the phone. Like I have no
Yeah.
idea. It's on silent all the fucking time.
Like,
mean,
yeah,
that's
back
fair.
in
Mine's-
the day,
mine's
people. Back in the day, you had like these little like chip tunes of like your favorite songs because you
Yeah.
didn't like the actual song.
Everybody had to have a fucking ringtone and a callback.
Hey, your phone is ringing. Hey.
See, I've always set mine like to themes for each person on there. Like, I've always said it'd be like, hey, so like if there
So
wasn't
what we've
a
learned today
video game
already
or
is that Dev has entirely too much time on his hands.
sometimes yes. Back in the day, yes. When I like first got a smartphone, it was all right. I'm customizing everything.
Wow.
Nothing is not customized.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure my wallpaper may be the stock one.
Actually, funny story about my wallpaper. It's my old stream. Like
Hey,
background.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the stock ones.
Yeah,
bad.
that is.
Mine's a
Yeah.
Captain America poster. So
Of course it is.
fuck off.
Mine's default Andy.
Nice. But no, I've always customized my phone. Like, it's just something I've always done. Because I don't want it to be the same as everything else. And sometimes I do have my ringtone on. Not as much anymore, especially now that I have a smartwatch. Like, why?
The fuck was that?
Air can. And especially because
I'm glad I got somebody.
after I got this, I haven't had my phone on like ringer that much because this, vibrates on my wrist.
Right.
And I don't really like my phone's on silent more than ever now because I get an alert right here. Like I don't have to pull up my phone to check it or anything.
Oh god, that fucking reminds me. Like at my previous job, there was this dude who was obviously very into Power Rangers because every single time his phone would beep, his like wristwatch would go off, and he'd just be like, "Bro, you good? You good?" But it was like every time over dramatic, like.
Do you guys know Froggy Fresh? By chance, it's the just got dunked on guy.
I think so.
Like, why is James crying?
Nope.
They have one called Street Ranger. Pretty funny. Hold on. It's for a good last. You guys want some like the dunked on is hilarious.
Found it. If the advertisement would go away.
Yeah. Hey, who doesn't have uBlock Origins installed on their fucking computer?
Because the ad revenue helps creators that I like.
Fuck him.
Then log in with a different browser or open a private tab.
Eh.
But yeah, I go to too many shady websites for not to have ad blocker.
Guy watches a lot of porn over here.
Yeah.
Nah, it's about, like, sports
Oh,
channels.
I'm sorry. You're talking to Ghosty. My bad.
Man, how'd he know? I got a cell phone for that, man. Come on.
That is another one of the memes I really love. Like it goes from cell phone size through the years. Like it gets smaller, and then there's like a little clip note like when we realized we could watch porn on our phone.
Yeah, the That's one of the first ones to have a note, so you know.
The best part was the stylus that we can like move around with one hand and take care of the business with the other.
Oh, dude. You know it.
Yeah.
You can even take pictures with it, man. So you can like position the camera in multiple places and then snap.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
The fuck?
Oh. Here I was worried we'd be strapped for content. Jesus. It's good shit.
Well, to be honest, there's no reason to use my computer for porn. Like, it's just dangerous.
no, I have sports streams, I guess, is pretty much what gets me. Or TV shows that I don't want to pay for the random streaming service that there's 400 of. Like I watch the Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zone. I'm not paying for
Fucking
CBS All
CBS,
Access.
man.
Not
God
doing
damn it.
that.
I want to see Picard.
Yeah, I just stream it. I mean, like, but get uBlock first and then stream it.
Yeah. Only reason I have ad blockers is because I usually watch wrestling, and I don't have like TV.
Right. Well, like, and I watch like a lot of live sports, and I have Hulu during the year, but like right now I've already canceled it.
Yeah.
So like I was actually watching the Blues hockey game the other day because my friend from St. Louis now has me watching hockey.
Oh.
And yeah,
I'll probably be joining you next season.
I'm gonna be going to see a therapist about it. But yeah, and so there's a lot of click on something. There's like 30 different pop-ups. So
Yeah.
blocks where it's at.
I'm tired of all of the like YouTube has a problem now too. You don't experience it because you have ad blocker.
Well, I watch more YouTube on my phone than I do anything. So
have you been getting the double ads on your phone now?
Yeah.
I started getting that before everyone else on my PC. Because I would be like,
sucks to suck, man.
Dude, it was one of those things. I thought I was going fucking crazy. Like I was like, why is there 2 ads? Because if you let one run out, they play another one.
The
right
other
after
one
it.
automatically starts. Yeah.
And it's like, I just wanted to see the trailer, what was playing, you know?
What bugs me is ads on trailers. Like, I came to your website to watch fucking
an ad.
Like, don't give me an ad.
You gotta make that advertising revenue back.
And usually it's like for an app or something that's about whatever trailer you're about to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Anytime
Marvel
that-
Force.
Anytime I watch anything like Game of Thrones-ish, it gives me the ad for the Game of Thrones app.
Yep.
And I'm like, no.
So who all canceled immediately after the last episode of Game of Thrones?
No, I still have it. I'm watching Sopranos right now.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm
That's
only gonna,
understandable.
I'm gonna renew it for Westworld and then probably stop after that because
I mean, I think I have the entire Sopranos on my computer, but
There's something about powering up the home box office.
well, I mean, I watch it on my phone and I travel a lot, so it's like, do I want to take the time to copy that shit over to something or set up a Plex server? Or...
Well, and the other thing too is one show that I want to actually watch through is Deadwood. I've never actually watched through Deadwood.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I love spaghetti westerns. I like, cowboy westerns. Grew up watching those, so it's right up my alley, And so I really want to watch that, especially before the movie. So
yeah, I like Timothy Olyphant a lot too, or however the hell you pronounce his last name.
However, it is.
Have you guys seen Justified?
No.
If you haven't seen Justified, I recommend it. Jesse, you'd probably really like it. It takes place in Kentucky. So
He's like, pass.
Recognized. No, it's good, dude. I'm telling you, good.
Okay. What is it again?
Justified. Something
Okay.
like that. But it's literally you'll recognize places they have shit in L8 band shit.
I'm still waiting for that movie that they shot in Moorhead. That's all I want.
What movie they shoot in Moorhead?
I don't know, but it was with
Was it a porno?
Ron Perlman. No, it was with Ron Perlman, and I got to fucking meet the dude.
What the fuck?
okay, this one.
Yeah, I
oh,
can't-
Perlman, that's sweet.
Yeah, whenever they weren't shooting, they were just going around to the local places, and they frequented the Rock, the bar, not the Dwayne Johnson.
The bar, not Johnson.
They
Fuck
frequent
that
David
guy.
Johnson.
Fuck that
okay?
The
But he was there. I was having a conversation about I think it was Fallout New Vegas, and I just hear from behind me, "War never changes," and I'm like, "Man, that was pretty good."
That's awesome that he decided to fuck with you like that too. That's great.
No, he's got a
Usually
great
people
sense of
that-
humor. From what I've
Oh
heard.
god.
From first-person encounters, actually, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I was reading a post on Reddit that Ryan Reynolds is also a really fun guy to meet. I'd want to meet him. Apparently, so I read this post on Reddit where a guy was shitting in a stall next to Ryan Reynolds apparently, and he didn't know about it. And apparently he was having some really bad gas. The Ryan Reynolds is like, "Who the fuck died over there?" And the guy is just like, "Man, this guy next to me is being an ass. I'm just having some bad gas. What the heck?" He walks out, starts washing his hands, and Ryan Reynolds walks up and starts washing his hands next to him. And he's like, "Oh fuck! I just gassed out Ryan Reynolds."
You fucked it.
Probably. And then the funny thing is that Ryan Reynolds felt so bad about saying that he invited the guy to eat dinner with him and what's his wife's name for the rest of the night. Shoot, I forget
God,
her
I
name.
can't remember her name, but they are so fucking funny how they berate each other all the time too on social media.
Yeah,
They're great.
and He acts just like he does in any of his movies.
Blake
I mean, he
Lively?
seems
Yeah, there you go,
naturally
Blake Lively.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like
He
I
was
think,
also
what was it?
married to Scarlett Johansson, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was
That's-
married to Scarlett Johansson, but
Colin Jost
I
now.
forgot the other.
Yes, they got engaged or
Engaged?
they got married.
I don't know.
For one, good job, Colin. I didn't expect that.
Who?
One of the
SNL.
hosts of Weekend Update from SNL.
Yeah, they're
Joyce.
one of the main writers. Yeah,
Yeah, him and
Michael Shea.
Michael Shea. Yeah. So.
Okay.
They both have decent stand-up too.
Oh God, they're great. Like,
Oh,
they're why
God.
I still follow SNL.
Like, I can't watch like stand-ups anymore because like I'm afraid that the same thing that happened during the Adam Sandler special recently will happen again, and I really don't want to ugly cry to someone that's trying to make me laugh.
He actually did that on SNL too. Like, when
I
he
know.
Oh, the Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that way. Yeah, he did that on SNL. Yeah.
that gets me every time I see it, and I've like watched it 4 times because I'm a sadist. I like to feel emotions, and the only time I feel emotions is when a fellow fat man dies.
It's like me. For some reason, you wonder
Beverly Hills Ninja was like one of my favorite movies.
Yes,
Still probably is one of my favorite movies. I haven't
What is
watched it forever.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh yeah.
The funniest shit.
So good.
I need to find that movie and watch it again.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy was good, but I loved him when he was doing his like just stupid movie roles. Just like the absolute worst characters he could be was like he was able to excel at.
I wish he was still around just so that David Spade wouldn't be a fucking shithead.
I mean, but think about how many Jack Black movies would have been made.
That's fair. Shrek wouldn't have been the same
True.
because he was originally voiced by Chris Farley, and like he died at the 95% mark, so they had
The
to
amount of
recast and
movies
redo
like
the
that.
entire.
Man,
Yeah,
I
I'll tell you, like, what-
I really hope that somebody kept like the voice recordings of him like
I'm
saying
sure
some
they
of the
did.
lines and released it.
And like
released
also
it
too,
someday.
I feel like you could make the rest if we can put Paul Walker's in like the new Fast and the Furious movies and shit via CGI. I know he's got a brother that looks almost dead on, but
Dude,
Like,
his brother's
I feel like-
freaky look-alike.
yeah, I feel like you could like put like 5% more voice line someone in like with enough. There's like Chris Farley's got enough of audio recordings.
Fun
you could
fact: someone actually is doing that for something. God, I can't remember what it was, but no, for Toy Story 4, Mr. Potato Head.
I just had the worst joke come up in my
The
head.
actor for
Oh,
him
God.
passed away in 2017, before he could start voicing Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story 4.
Oh, okay.
And his family was like, "This role is iconic. It would be a disservice not to try something." How much, like they said, how much in the vault do you have for outtakes from him? How much do you guys have on file of his voice? Can we recreate it? And they like they assisted in it, his family, because they wanted his voice to still be Mr. Potato Head. So in Toy Story 4, it's still him. I think his name's Roger Pinkles. I think I can't remember his name. Potato Head.
No,
Voice.
no.
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles, dude, he just passed away. That's so.
2017, but they had enough
Yeah.
in the vault left over from like outtakes and stuff they didn't use.
So did
to
they just put
recreate
him
his
inside of
voice.
Did
Yeah.
they just put him in Toy Story 3 or
You
4?
know he's in 4. Yeah, he's in 4.
5, 4, 5, something.
Something like
number?
that. But he's still gonna be in 4. They've just essentially created a software essentially that recreates his voice using all the
Right.
outtakes they have. So
And that's
Still really
kind of what I was
creepy.
wondering. Like, if you get like 95% of the way through, like, why you couldn't just do that? Of course, you saw they brought the guy, wasn't the general or whatever back in Star Wars? Like, Entirely-
Grandma's talking.
Toppin.
sure, yeah.
So is that what the future's gonna be? Everybody's gonna be talking like Morgan Freeman and Don Rickles.
Yes.
We're not even gonna have our own voices anymore.
I mean, at the end of the day, like seriously, Morgan Freeman, if you're gonna narrate something, it's perfect. You don't why reinvent the wheel? Just like put a software out there that lets Morgan Freeman do it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, the other reason why they didn't probably do that though is 2001. They probably didn't have systems set up to be able to pull that off.
I mean, 5%, not an impersonator.
Fair.
I mean, like
there's other ways to do it, but like it also does go to show the times have changed. Like the fact that we could, like the fact that I can't remember his name, the guy who plays Grand Moff Tarkin, but they pretty much recreated. It was definitely Uncanny Valley, but like, even though you know it was fake, you're like, for being fake, that's pretty spot on. Like,
I mean, it still
perfect.
weirds me out that they're doing like concerts of dead people.
oh,
yeah,
that's
was
just
it
weird.
Aretha Franklin or something? Like, who was the Whitney Houston concert tour? That's what was on the news.
They also did one with Frank Zappa, but it's like not like
Peter Cushing.
no.
Sorry, that was the actor for Tarkin.
They did. They're doing. What's his name? Shoot.
What, Prince?
King of Rock. No, he's the king.
Elvis.
Elvis. They're doing an Elvis
I
one.
don't know Elvis.
Well, I actually had to play Elvis in a play once. Okay.
Then you, of all people, should remember.
Most people,
I just am
like,
terrible with names. I know exactly who he was. Okay.
but like,
I
it's like
just got a little bit of chest hair, V-necks. Okay. Just freaking terrible names.
like, could you imagine though going to one of those concerts like and getting shitty seats? Like you're going to like an Elvis concert, or the hologram concert, and you go and you got shitty seats, so you're just sitting up there watching a hologram on a jumbotron like an asshole. Like what?
Yeah, that would.
Like that would suck.
I'd do one for Frank Sinatra.
Oh, dude,
Well, they'd have to use a live band though. But then I'd go for
Yeah,
sure.
that'd be kind of.
I would go to that. Hell yeah, dude.
You know what's funny? People like did that before when people actually went to Gorillaz concerts.
No, actually, someone performed. The Gorillaz actually performed with an artist in a hologram.
Yeah.
They just like Philip DeFranco actually just did a whole thing.
I know that's
on
why
this.
I brought up the Frank Zappa stuff.
Yeah, I figured that's why, but like that was a cool thing to see too, because it was like the Gorillaz were able to perform live on stage as animations, which is very unique to what we know as a live show.
Right.
In 20 years, all concerts are going to take place in Fortnite.
No.
Yep.
Just no.
The Avengers made it so.
Fortnite won't be about building anymore.
Let's
Really
just
VR
leave.
experience.
Let's just let fucking Marshmallow corner that market and move on with our lives.
Right. Hey,
You
did you
think
guys
he's
see
the
where?
last?
Did you guys see where there's like a theory on the internet about Ryan Reynolds being the guy who was supposed to be playing Thor or whatever this guy's name, the Rock guy, in the Avengers movie?
The Rock guy?
No, yeah, no, not the
Oh.
Dwayne Johnson, whatever the.
No, I got you. Korg.
Yeah,
Korg?
Korg, yeah.
I
Yeah.
already know what the title of this podcast is going to be.
No, people are. I saw a theory
No, The Rock.
today.
No, not the Dwayne. Not the Dwayne Johnson. Not the Dwayne Johnson.
It's like twice.
Because that's like
Dwayne.
that's already the second time we've had to make that clarification.
The Rock, not the Dwayne Johnson one.
Yeah.
I can smell what he's cooking, so.
Oh, me too.
I can see the thumbnail now. It's just gonna have like Dwayne the Rock Johnson's head kind of peeked out right here.
He's gotta have that eyebrow up, you know?
I can't do it as pronouncedly as he can, but I can.
Yours is better than mine. I'll say that. You got very accented eyebrows. Like they very much stick out. Mine, aren't as pronounced. I don't know. Like, you just.
Dwayne's is the best though. Can't even do it like you can.
I the
I
like
don't
I was
think
in
anyone
Jumanji, smoldering. He just like pops into it.
Yeah, it's cool that it's getting a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love him and Kevin Hart's relationship too. Seeing that is fucking hilarious. Just like this big, literally boulder of a human being, and Kevin Hart.
The thing that
out.
gets me also
The pebble.
the pebble,
Pebble in the rock.
baby.
Why has he not been called the Pebble yet?
Because I think the reason he's not being called the Pebble is because The Rock tweeted out a picture of him holding his child in a hospital bed,
Yeah.
like just freshly born, and The Rock literally captioned it the Pebble. And I'm like, okay,
I am not a Pebble. I can see it.
oh, I still love that people try to mess with like The Rock, as far as like just like saying stupid shit at him and trying to get a rise out of him, because he like obviously he was a wrestler, but he came from back in the day when you had to actually be good on the uptake and have quick responses that are good.
Mm-hmm.
Like in, I think it was Fast and the Furious 6, like he gave an improvised line when someone, like he's walking up to a house and one of the guys says, everyone better hide your baby oil. He immediately responds with, you better hide that big ass forehead. And then Ludacris gives a spit take.
that was a great.
Well, they kept it in the movie, though, didn't they?
Yeah, it was
so good.
It was completely an improvised line. And just Ludacris's reaction to it, just like, what? Oh, God. Someone call that
Ludacris
dude's
did the
mom.
thing.
He's
He
not
had his
okay.
corona right here, and he lit the whole arms out so he doesn't spit all over his hands. Turned to the side. It was. Oh man.
You know, writers gotta be like pissed. You know.
Why did I think of that shit?
Yeah, like, we said it. That was fucking funny. Did Chris Pratt one on the Chris Pratt one on Parks and Rec, where he's like Leslie, I typed your symptoms in the computer and it said you have internet connectivity issues. And like writers are like, I like whatever, like funniest line on the show.
I like the outtake.
Chris
Everyone's gotta
Pratt
come back.
is witty as hell, though, dude.
Yeah, she got coming her back in the video, didn't she?
Fucking love that outtake. Well, and also like if you look at like how Marvel does their movies, they're like, all right, these are the set pieces. These are some lines that need to get said.
Yeah.
Improv along the way. Have fun.
Well, especially like Iron Man, like almost Iron Man was like that.
It depends on who's directing too, because I know that James Gunn likes improv, and then is it Waititi, right?
Yeah, Tiger Waititi.
Yeah, he is all about improv.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's why Thor was all improv.
Yeah, I think Iron Man was the same way. Like you see like what's the guy that plays Happy? Isn't he the one who directed?
Yeah, John Favreau. He directed the first two.
John Favreau. Yeah, and like you'll notice like Gwyneth Paltrow like the entire time it's like because like Robert Downey Jr. just going on an improv tear.
Yeah, she like they talked about it. She's like she talked about the fact that like it was tough to keep up with him because he's just so in character at that moment, and he's just doing it. The only ones that are less, improv-y, I'd say, would be, like the Captain America series, which is good. But like if those were heavy improv, they wouldn't have worked as well, in my opinion.
Right.
The first two Thors weren't. Those were very cut dry scripts.
Yeah, that's why they were bad though.
Yeah.
And why they've had multiple different directors.
And what other ones are there? Homecoming was a lot of improv. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
So did they actually bring Natalie Portman back for Endgame?
I believe so.
Because I feel they did, or they were just like, let's just use this outtake.
They got Katherine Heigl in to do it.
They did, and she was actually I think they kind of buried whatever they had or whatever. I think they had some kind of beef.
Oh, they had some crazy beef.
Yeah, well, she was really pissed that the what's her name? The director for Wonder Woman was supposed to write Thor 2, and that's why she wanted to continue with Marvel.
It would have turned out better.
It would have. There's no denying that. Thor 2 is at the bottom of Critically Casual's Marvel list for a reason. It's really
I
boring.
hated Civil War.
Did you say Civil War?
I hated Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like it wasn't, like, the concept was there, but I felt like they just didn't, like, really give you enough of a push to make these two people who are genuinely decent people fight each other. Now, it wasn't like Superman versus Batman bad. Like, don't get me wrong.
The sad thing about it is that the reason I feel like that happened was because of the legal issues.
Yeah,
Because one of the main, like, plot hooks for that entire, like, thing in the comics is
the comics are better.
Johnny Storm
Right.
getting the shit beat out of him because everyone knows his identity and he's not going to play Monty.
Ash King. Johnny Storm was like the Fantastic Four is known as who they are in that. I can pull up the graphic novel. I have it in the closet.
Okay.
I read like the novelization of that, and it was much better. I think like Thor or something was like already out in space or something weird. They like blow up a town to start the thing.
Yeah,
like,
God, no, but the next Guardians of the Galaxy, though, I'm pretty sure is gonna probably be one of the best movies out of all of
it'll be
all
fun.
of Marvel.
I still think the next Spider-Man's gonna be really fun too.
Oh yeah, well apparently there's rumors that Ryan Reynolds is gonna be in it.
There's rumors about that. There's
possibly.
rumors that Miles Morales is going to be in it. Like
There's also rumors that Ed Hardy's Venom is going to be in it as well.
Yeah.
I saw the rumors about that one.
That'd be cool.
The reason why the Miles one is there because Sunflower is on the list of songs for the soundtrack for the movie.
I wonder if they animate him. I hope they
And
animate
they've already
That would be
established.
awesome.
Cool.
And they've
I
already
just believe in it.
established that he is in the universe, basically.
Yeah, that he exists. So with his
Yeah.
uncle. So
Yeah. Donald Glover. We came so close.
God, if they had done the movie just a few years earlier, we'd have a live-action Miles Morales with Donald Glover.
Well, there was a while when there was like an online petition to get him to play Spider-Man, like back when he was a lot younger, like when he was still on Communities.
Yeah, no, he would have
And
been
it would have
perfect.
fit.
Mhm.
And then like he actually has a massive bit in his stand-up about it, about how like he was reading YouTube comments. One of them says, "So we're just gonna make Spider-Man black now. We're gonna make him black now. Well, why don't we get Michael Cera to play Shaft?"
I personally think that would be hilarious.
It would be. I would go broke watching that.
Like, I really think-
more
you
for Michael
imagine
Cera
that
and
movie?
Shaft. He would
Right.
just be like someone on his door. Hey, Shaft. And he's like, oh.
You just hear the song.
But-
One
Zip-
badass motherfucker.
yeah, hey,
Zips up his hoodie. Let's go get some hoes.
hey guys, are you gonna eat all your corn?
There's a reason I want Michael Cera to play every role.
I hate you for it too.
He should do kind of like we were talking about Chris Farley. He just go around playing roles that he's completely not suited for. Like that would
Exactly.
be funny.
It would.
That would be funny.
great.
I'm telling you, that would be a funny movie. Michael Cera and the Chef.
The sad thing is that they are doing a remake of Shaft.
No, it's a sequel.
Whatever. Still
And
needs
I'm
to be Michael
assuming,
Cera.
assuming that Samuel Jackson's in it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a continuation from the one he did.
I
And
mean,
think
he's
they
in
got
like one out of every 3 films made. So I mean,
fair. But let's be honest, you want to see one of every 3 films he's in. Or
I'm
all of his films that he's
I'm
in.
not complaining about the movies. Then I'm just saying, if you're gonna guess who's in it, you can say Samuel Jackson. You got like a 10% chance at least of being correct.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll counter that with the fact that, like, well, he's been in 1, 2, 3. He's been in a movie from last month, this month, and next month. Not that we're doing Shaft this month for Really Casual, but he's in Spider-Man next month. But Shaft is airing this month, and he was in Endgame last month. And the month before that was Captain Marvel. So you're not in. He's at least in a movie a month right now.
Yeah, I mean,
He
he's
wasn't
in
in a
all the
movie in
movies.
January. So 1 month.
Well, I mean, he probably was, doing.
Oh, let me check this.
Yeah, Christmas break plans, motherfucker.
I'm checking what movies came out that month. So no, he was Glass. Fuck.
He was in Glass.
He's been in
Well,
a
yeah,
movie
he's
every
Glass.
month.
He is Glass.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Everyone
I
forgot
haven't
about
seen
Glass.
I haven't seen those. Like I'm on the outs on those.
Don't
I
waste
didn't
your
want to
time.
watch Glass, to be honest.
Don't
waste my time.
Don't waste your time with Glass. Split and Unbreakable are good movies, and it does not do them service.
Well, I mean, like, I was like talking about the entire series. Like
No, Unbreakable and Split are good films. Like I would suggest
Yeah.
seeing them.
and then watch Glass because why not? You've already the other two.
Kinda, but at the same time, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Is the best way I'd put that. Oh wait, sorry, no, he's not in a movie this month. Because Shaft comes out next month, and the month after that is Spider-Man. So this is the first month that we haven't seen.
I'm just saying he's like.
Samuel
Well,
Jackson.
I mean, he's in enough Capital One commercials this month to make up for it, right?
Fair.
He's gonna be on NBA TV with Charles and Shaq and all of them.
God, I just. You don't think about it every time, but damn, man, he is in a lot of fucking films.
He's in like everything.
It's him and The
He
Rock,
looks
too.
the same as he did. Yeah, The Rock too. Well, The Rock he called a franchise Viagra. Is what The Rock is called. Because like he always gets brought in at the end, like revamps the film.
Yeah, he
He
does
did an
bring it
SNL
back.
sketch about that.
I still need to see Shazam.
It's not
Yeah, it's good.
bad.
It's honestly like the second or third best DC film. So
Which month are we saying there wasn't one? It
This
wasn't a
month.
Samuel L. Jackson.
This
This
month?
month?
There's no movie released starring him that I know of in theaters, like across America.
I mean, you know, Avengers is
You're
still in
right.
theaters, so you got that.
I mean, technically yes, but you could live off the revenue for that forever. Like, what? It's so close to passing Avatar right now. Hold on. In-game box office. I check
Yeah,
this once a week at least.
I'll be right back.
It is it's currently at 2,694,000,000. It passed it domestically. It just needs to pass it foreignly.
It'll
and
get
then
there.
Yeah, it's gonna get there. It's gonna be in the.
Yeah, it'll still be in theaters in like August.
Yeah.
I remember the first Avengers, like I literally watched it whenever I was in college, and I watched it during my college like finals, ish somewhere. Around. And then like I think my aunt was in town or something, and they all wanted to go see it. Like I was like when I was home during the summer, and it was like August, like 12th or something, and we went and watched it in theaters again.
I mean, I watched it twice in the same week. Like,
Yeah, I did that with this one, the Endgame. I watched Endgame on premiere night, and then like Saturday.
I did premiere night
Different.
and Saturday as well, both VIPs.
Yeah.
I paid the extra bunts to do that. I was like, you know what?
What's a VIP at a Marvel film like?
For our theater, we have the VIP theater for 21 over. Which
ours
has the
is
nice.
our whole theater just has beer. so-
They don't do that at ours. It's just
Yeah,
like in Vegas. That's how it was for me. Like I'd walk in
Yeah.
and we could go to any theater and be like, all right, recliners, beer,
yeah,
set.
yeah. Like the chair behind me. That's like what our theater is, and then they have like a bar up front, and you get.
My theater's one of those ones that's a restaurant and a movie theater.
Oh yeah, we
So
have
Like
you
an
ride on
Alamo
the-
style?
you ride on pads
Oh,
and you put it in this thing and they come over and grab your order and they'll bring it out to you while you're watching the movie. It's pretty cool.
ours we have to place our order outside at the bar, and then when we're sitting there, we have our little tab thing, and they're like, they look for your number and bring it to you while you're in the theater. So
Yeah,
that's street
ours is just
tacos.
like a regular.
No, we could order in the theater and during the movie throughout the entire thing. We never even had to
I
leave.
want that.
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I've not actually. We have a movie tavern. I've not actually been there, but I need to give it.
I can't remember what the name of it. I'm so bad with names.
It's
What's
not an
that
Alamo,
Elvis
is
guy's name?
Yeah, well, who's Elvis? Fuck.
Because I know the Alamo.
Only one of the most iconic people in music,
People,
you know.
like,
Ever.
people, like
Yeah.
people.
icons in music and in pop culture in general. No, like I I can't wait for it to pass because one, Avatar doesn't deserve that spot in my opinion. Like, cool, it's a technical marvel and looks cool, but it's not a great story.
But it's not a good movie.
It's called the Alamo Draft House.
Okay,
There
I
you
thought
go.
so. It was an Alamo. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Sounded like
Remember
an
the Alamo? What?
Remember Soy
Remember when we
Tortuga?
walked by that drunk out of our minds?
What?
San Antonio, we walked by the Alamo.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Didn't
What
they
are
have
you
the Alamo
talking
thing
about?
there? They have an Alamo thing
No.
there. I swore.
Yeah, they have the Alamo there, but we didn't go near it.
What are you talking about,
Yeah,
San
we did.
Antonio?
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
walked-
San Antonio has the Alamo.
yeah, but we didn't. We were
What?
nowhere near it.
Whenever I was in San Antonio, I actually stayed at the hotel, like right next to the Alamo. Like I was sitting there drinking a beer, looking at the wall, like in the thing. So I definitely made a trip over there. It was actually for work, and that was just where we were.
On.
So yeah, I linked ours. That's what ours is. Movie.
Wait, we may have walked by it.
I
just
told you
didn't
we
know.
did.
Yeah, it's just a big wall. Like you wouldn't know it really from the outside. Like it's a rock
We're
wall
drunk
kind of.
off our asses when we walked by it because it's right next to the Riverwalk.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that shows how drunk I was.
I know.
Yeah, so it was like the river walk, and then you got like above the river walk a little bit where like all like it looks like Gatlinburg shit, like all the touristy stuff is like all the way down there. Like
Yeah.
you know, Ripley's, yada yada yada. Come pay $20 to play putt putt.
Hey, that's a good deal, man.
That's something we
Yeah, but you
yeah,
gotta-
because right there I see the fucking
Where-
McDonald's. Found it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we walked by there occasionally going back to mine and Blue's hotel.
Oh, I never went to your all's hotel room.
Right,
you
yeah,
ever
you
do?
Yeah, I thought you were there at least once.
Yeah, you
No.
you went there once. I remember.
No, I didn't. I know I didn't.
You sat on Haz's bed.
No, I didn't. I was another fat dude.
You know, hey, that is kind of convenient. I'm a large, fat guy with a beard, glasses. So there's like 100 of me. So it's just like everywhere you go, there's just 100 of me. So it's like, oh yeah, you were that guy that did that. I'm like, no, I wasn't me, man. I have
Well, it's kind of the thing about it is though, as well, is like if you're a specific like breed of fat dude, like if you're a fat dude with blonde hair and blue eyes, you all literally look identical. We went over this last time I was here, and we recasted Batman. So we're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would also recast Batman. If there's a vote, can I vote?
I think
I vote to recast Batman. Batman's never been casted right. Fuck it. You know, like really.
Hey,
No,
Kevin
he's the
Conroy.
one who just got casted. I feel like the guy who just
Robert
got casted
Pattinson?
pretty good. Yeah.
no.
talking
No.
about it, he may be able to pull
Captain
off.
fucking Sparkles from Twilight is going to be coming in here and play Batman.
I will concede there is a specific Batman he can play.
If he plays, yeah, he can play a good Batman.
He can play the Terry McGinnis.
Well, you
See,
know,
I
I was
would-
wondering, Batman Beyond. Yeah, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
I could see him like I would want someone else to play Terry though, because Terry's such.
More.
I would too, but like beggars can't be choosers, and we're like
I mean,
we've already signed Captain Sparkles,
he could
not,
play like
not the internet one,
if
the
he
vampire
yeah.
one.
if he tried to play more like of a more of a role that I think a lot of the Batman films never really touched on is that Batman isn't just somebody who like the Christopher Nolan ones where like I'm not wearing hockey pads, like just like beats the shit out of people, but like he's also supposed to be like one of the most like two people that are like the most intelligent people out there. So like the video games I think do a really good job, like the Arkham game do a really good job of like
the guy
posing his
directing the new
intelligence.
Batman is planning to have it be more detective.
And like I said, so if they did that with him, then I could see it kind of maybe working out. But he's still got to buff up. Like he's still a thin guy. Like
Yeah.
no one's gonna believe he's kicking ass. Fuck.
Also
six-
depends on the
six-
suit they use, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
I
seems
wonder if
like-
it's gonna have
yeah.
nipples.
Please no. We don't need the bat nips back. Never again.
Bat-
No. I don't need an anatomically correct suit.
But yeah, even your clothes, your shirt doesn't.
Bring
have
back the
nipples
bat
on it.
nipples.
So
Never.
does the suit.
I vote for Bat Nipples.
No, fuck no.
I am Bat Nipple. Right.
Swear to my nipples.
Lick my nipples.
Okay.
Where's the lactation?
Oh god. On that
Would it be
note.
Batation?
On that note, I think it's time we let this ship sail.
No, we haven't even done.
You can't follow that. You can't follow Batation. Like. Blue, plug your shit.
Down here.
Yeah, same. It's down there.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, mine's there too.
Holy shit! You can't make that shit up.
You can't. You misspelled flare.
Blue floor. Go check out
It's
Blue floor.
literally, it is literally on your screen.
I have tears in my eyes.
Home row keys, motherfucker. You can do it. That not me.
I'm sorry.
You should be. Click me name. I'm like, what happened now?
What do I do now?
There. So we got blue flare. Oh god, if I could type now, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Dev.
Yeah.
Batation.
Can't, dude. Nope.
Batation.
That's not me! There's an R in Tortuga.
Toy
Dying here, dude. I'm dying.
I am SoyTortuga.
SoyTortuga.
I have a list now.
I have a list.
Get ready to
Guys,
bat.
I'm
I'm a bat.
falling apart here. Stop.
Hey, Soy, let me get your tots.
Jesus. Did you just make a Napoleon Dynamite reference?
Has a Batman voice too. Kind of like. Didn't feel like it was
Hold up. Speaking of Napoleon Dynamite, did you know they're making a fucking sequel?
Why?
What? I am so excited now.
Why the fuck not?
I am so excited
I
now.
mean, they made a sequel to Independence Day, and no
By
one
the
has
way,
to.
make sure to follow us on YouTube. Fuck. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter.
Did you mess up every name?
I think so.
Except for Ghostytech.
So,
I messed up his too.
Hold on.
I messed his up too.
Yeah, that's a O, not a 0.
On the first one. On the second one is fine, alright? Second time we got it. We also have a Discord. You can join that.
Alright, it's Q.
I've been your host, DorkyDev, but you knew that. And Batation, I guess, is the note we're fucking ending on.
Yep.
Jesus.
Batation.
God damn it. What the fuck?